My name is Alison DeWonker, and I'm currently an undergraduate student here at the University of Guelph. I would like to welcome you to the College of Arts, the College of Biological Science, the College of Physical and Engineering Science, and the College of Social and Applied Human Sciences Convocation ceremony this evening. The University of Guelph is honored by our graduates, and we take great pride in this convocation. I'd like to tell you a little about the proceedings today. The ceremonials used for conferring degrees have evolved over a millennium, and the gowns and hoods represent that history. In general, the gowns for the baccalaureate and magisteriate degrees are black, and the color of the hood is different for each degree program. The doctorates at the University of Guelph have a bright blue gown, and the honorary degrees are an even brighter color. The University Guelph crest that you see behind me on the curtains and shown on the cover of the Convocation program also represents our specific history. The emblems in the crest show links to the royal city of Guelph through the stallion, the connection to the liberal arts through the book, to the sciences through the astrolabe, and our connection to abundance and agriculture through the cornucopia. The University of Guelph motto, Rerum cognoscere causis, is a quote from Virgil. It is variously translated to mean either happy is the one who is able to ascertain the reason of things, or perhaps to know the meaning of things. The procession of people into the hall is also influenced by ancient tradition. The piper will herald the start of the procession of graduands, the students who are here to graduate today. This will be followed by the arrival of the mace leading the platform party. The mace is the symbol of authority at the university and will be carried by the beadle. In medieval universities, a beadle was chosen by the instructor to work as an assistant. Today, the beadle is the ceremonial officer of Senate. Following the beadle and mace is the chancellor, members of the administration and the honorees, fellows of the university, members of the board and senate, and members of faculty and staff. The degrees will be conferred in the order that you see in your program. The degrees are separated by categories representing the specific degree being awarded within the college. The name reader will announce the degree being awarded at the start of each category. As the name of each student is called, the beadle will place the hood over the recipient's shoulders. This moment will be recorded on video, and technology willing, there will be a live cast of the event to allow family members and friends to watch from a distance. The chancellor will then confer the degree. We understand the joy and excitement accompanying such an auspicious occasion, but we ask that you hold your applause until after each group of graduands has crossed the stage. There will be an opportunity for a truly thunderous round of applause after each group has graduated. Once all the degrees are conferred and cheered for, the chancellor will close the ceremony and a recessional will play. Please remain standing during the recessional until all platform party and the graduates have processed out of the hall. May I be the first person to congratulate the graduands on their various successes and offer my congratulations to the family and friends who are here to support them. Welcome to Convocation at the University of Guelph.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons' command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true North strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
I invite you to receive these words of invocation. On this day of celebrated accomplishment, we are filled with gratitude, thankful that our diverse paths have been brought together, thankful for the friends that have journeyed with us, for the families that have supported us, for dedicated faculty and committed administration. As we step off this stage and into the play of life, may our knowledge be coupled with wisdom that we might impact the world for the better. May we be filled with continued wonder and compassion that we might enrich the lives of those around us. Enable us to explore and embrace so that the play of life might resonate with peace. In the gift of love we pray. Amen. You may be seated.
Mr. Chancellor, Mr. Vice Chancellor, members of the board, fellows, faculty and staff of the university, family and friends, and of course, graduating students. I'm delighted to welcome you all to the celebration of Convocation at the University of Guelph. My name is Serge Desmarais, and I'm the university's Associate Vice President Academic. It is truly an honor for me to open this ceremony on behalf of the university. Convocation is a very special day when the university celebrates its students' achievements by reaching backward in time using the costumes and spectacle of nearly 1,000 years to honor the achievement of the graduating class. It is therefore my pleasure to be the first to formally congratulate you, our graduates, on your significant achievement. I encourage you to take this moment and this day to reflect upon where you've been, the friends you've made, the experiences you've had, the good and the bad, which led you to a new degree. Think of how different you are now than you were when you first arrived in Guelph. You should feel especially proud of what you've accomplished. Of course, achievements of this sort do not happen without the help and guidance of many people, many of whom are here today. Family, friends, and mentors whose support, care, and advice have contributed to your success. So please join me in thanking them all. We come together today to celebrate an important transition in your life. Many of you may think of this convocation as the end of a process, with the days of studying, exams, and assignments now over. I certainly did when I was at your stage, but the years have taught me otherwise. Your process of learning did not begin when you started here at the University of Guelph, and nor will it end today when you walk across the stage. Today is just the beginning of a lifelong process during which education will play a central role. In these days of rapid development, with a worldview more global than ever, constant re-education will become essential, and the skills you acquired here at the University of Guelph have provided you with the capacity to learn more, to adapt to a changing world, and to be a wise consumer of knowledge. We certainly hope that the education you've received at the University of Guelph, both inside and outside the classroom, is one that has opened your eyes to the complexity of life and to the multitudes of perspectives based on culture, upbringing, and experience. We hope that we have given you a glimpse of a greater knowledge of the world around us, of how humans interact with each other, both for good and for bad, of art and science and history, of the importance of caring for those around us and for the planet we live on, and of all those other things you have learned and researched and studied. Remember that the education you have received provides you with opportunity and responsibility. On one hand, it allows you the capacity to take advantage of opportunities that serve your personal goals. On the other hand, it highlights your responsibility to play an important role in civil society, whether local, national, or international. The world needs you to help resolve serious social issues. We need you to make informed decisions that can take into account the complexity of a global world. We definitely need you to apply your knowledge and energy to address increasingly complex social issues. But of course, dealing with these important problems will not be easy. Many of us feel that a single person's effort will not resolve the complexity of the world's problems. But if not you, if not us, who will be responsible? Your university education has provided you with critical skills to answer complex questions. It has provided you with ways to research, communicate, inform, and influence. It is now up to you to put this knowledge to good use and to make a mark on the world around you. So be involved. Make your mark on the world. And as you make that mark, remember that the University of Guelph has become a small part of who you are, and that you have also become part of our collective history. Your association with the University of Guelph is lifelong. Know that you are always welcome to return, to visit, to learn more, to continue sharing in this vibrant community of learning. We are proud of your achievement, and on behalf of the entire University of Guelph community, I offer you my personal congratulations and best wishes. Thank you.
The D.F. Forster Medal is this university's most prestigious graduate student convocation award and is named in the honor of Professor Donald F. Forster, a former president of the University of Guelph. This medal is awarded annually in recognition of academic excellence and a strong commitment to extracurricular activities. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting to you this year's recipient of the D.F. Forster Medal, Amanda Naum. Amanda Naum has an outstanding academic record, as evidenced by a long list of graduate-level scholarships and awards and impressive publications. She has contributed much to bettering the academic lives of other students. Amanda successfully defended her thesis in April 2014. The topic was DNA analysis for food product authentication and traceability. She has 4 research papers published in peer-reviewed journals and 6 more manuscripts in preparation for submission. She has presented her work 21 times at local, national, and international scientific meetings, and has been contracted to write a book on seafood authenticity and traceability. She has served as a graduate student representative on the U of G Senate for 4 years and has been both a volunteer and a coordinator of Let's Talk Science, an initiative where Guelph students deliver science programs in local elementary and secondary schools. Amanda led the development of new traveling programs and ran activities on campus for on-campus science events. During her tenure, Let's Talk Science reached 4,500 students per year. She also worked with the Heart and Stroke Foundation to overhaul their Heart Health Kids program. Amanda also gives of her time to mentor other university students and works as a reader and scribe for students with disabilities. And while taking 7 courses more than were required for her own program, she volunteered at a large entomological conference, chaired the governing council of the Advanced Foods and Materials Network Highly Qualified Personnel Association. She completed an industry internship and began work on the commercialization of her research. That is, the development of seafood species tests is now underway through a U of G industry partnership. The outstanding record shows that Amanda Naum has the academic drive and commitment to community service. She is a deserving winner of the D.F. Forster Medal.
Each year, the University of Guelph awards the Governor General's Gold Medal to one graduating student for outstanding academic achievement at the graduate level of study. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you this year's recipient of the Governor General's Gold Medal, Sarah Plosker. Unfortunately, Sarah could not be with us tonight. Before entering Guelph's PhD program in applied mathematics, Sarah completed a Bachelor of Science and Master's of Science in Mathematics at the University of Regina. Throughout her studies, Sarah held Natural Sciences and Engineering Research Council scholarships and maintained an average over 95%. Sarah's doctoral research focused on matrix theory and operator theory, with emphasis both on the theoretical development for its own sake and applications in quantum information in the emerging field of quantum cryptography and privacy. Her work has already appeared in some of the world's top pure mathematics, mathematical physics, and physics journals, and Sarah has established ongoing collaborations with numerous researchers in Guelph and abroad. During her doctoral study, Sarah also made outstanding contributions to teaching at Guelph. Sarah was one of the most sought-after teaching assistants in the Mathematics and Statistics Learning Center, and she received outstanding student evaluations for a challenging second-year mathematics course that she taught. Sarah made significant contributions to her discipline and academic life as a graduate student as well, including time served as a student representative with the Canadian Mathematical Society, the University of Guelph Graduate Student Association, and the Guelph Senate. Before the completion of her PhD program, incredibly, Sarah accepted a tenure track position in mathematics at Brandon University. In her first academic year as an assistant professor, she has had an excellent start to her teaching and research career, including a successful proposal for a faculty-level NSERC Discovery Grant. Mr. Chancellor, an exceptional mathematician and academic citizen, Sarah Plosker is indeed a worthy recipient of this year's Governor General's Gold Medal.
Dr. Carrie Daly, Professor and former Dean of the College of Social and Applied Human Science, will now give the Convocation address.
Mr. Chancellor, members of the Platform Party, graduates, and all of your guests. First, congratulations to all of you. This is a day to celebrate success. By any metric, your presence here today as a holder of a graduate degree puts you in a very special class of successful people. Only about 1 in 20 Canadians hold a graduate degree. And to be here today, you've successfully navigated some very challenging terrain. Most of you completed at least 20 years of formal education. You competed for a spot in the graduate program and were accepted. You had to find and sometimes beg to be accepted by an advisor. You worked hard and persevered through courses you may not have wanted to take or labs that didn't go particularly well. You endured the criticisms of your advisors and committee members, and yes, it was all constructive criticism. But at times it was still painful. And most importantly, you survived your own critical inner dialogues that gave rise to doubt about your abilities and talents. In sum, you did it. You are successful. Well done. By extension, I would also like to congratulate all your fans and supporters who are here, especially parents and partners. They've been very successful too in their steadfast ability to patiently understand your anxieties and disappointments, provide sustenance through food, money, and hugs, and at a most fundamental level, be believers in you. A belief that you are good enough to do a graduate degree. Well done to all the fans and supporters here present. Members of the Platform Party are also here to take time out from their lives to share in the recognition of your success. Well done too to all of your mentors who supported you from this side of the hall, including your PhD advisors who are sitting with you in the audience. Success. how sweet it is, how much we want to savor it and hold on to it. But as we all know, success, like most sweet things in our life, has a very short shelf life. You think you have it, and the next aspiration appears on the horizon. Where to from here? Where is that good job I had hoped for? Maybe I should do another degree. What about that next publication? Competing for that next grant. Our gaze very quickly moves from a mindful moment of appreciation to the longing, planning, and strategizing to get ourselves to the next level. So success has that paradoxical quality of being ever so delicious, but also containing the seeds of our discontent. It's as if we're always oscillating between arrival and departure when it comes to success. Furthermore, our cultural preoccupation with success has actually gotten us into a bit of trouble at the collective level. Success and the competition that fuels it keeps us focused on the pursuits of the ego as we seek to get ahead, do better, and get more. Getting ahead in all of its forms is ego-based and is designed to bring others into the effort to maximize my potential. As a result, success can easily get tangled with the socially sanctioned desire to be better, bigger, faster, more efficient, more stylish, more influential, and more comfortable. At the same time, we have a growing understanding of the consequences of this model of success in terms of personal stress, interpersonal conflict, and the sustainability of our resources. So our challenge becomes, how do we hold on to the sweetness of success and at the same time move beyond the competitive-based success model? Let me suggest 3 areas that we might think about in terms of spreading out the sweetness of success in our lives. The first is that we might consider expanding the metrics that we use to define success for ourselves. As David Brooks has suggested, the traditional model of success is defined by what goes into your resume or your CV. A broader definition of success can be achieved by thinking about what goes into your eulogy. Eulogies dramatically expand the metrics of success. They typically reflect on love, relationships, and family. They typically talk about a sense of belonging and contribution to various community organizations. They talk about values, faith, and spiritual life. They talk about creativity and the love of nature and beauty. Let your imagined eulogy be a guide to how you define sex. I'm just going to do a quick rewrite of this paragraph. Rarely do you see anything about sex in eulogies. Let your imagined eulogy be a guide to how you define success in your life, in addition to all the wonderful things that go on your resume. Think every day about what matters and shape your actions accordingly. As an aside, I once had an idea, and this actually was, I was moving offices, and I had a big box of all my publications. And I thought, oh, this would be great if someone laid these out at my funeral, so people, and especially my family and friends, they'd actually understand what I actually did. But then I realized that if they don't read them now, they surely won't read them then. So I'm now certainly thinking about other ways that I might be remembered in my eulogy. Secondly, to be successful is to know fear. Fear often pushes us around and has the power to shape our actions, often in unhelpful ways. As the Chinese philosopher Chuang Tzu told in one of his parables, There was a man who ran and ran because he was being chased by his shadow and the sound of his own footsteps. He ran faster and faster until he was exhausted and he died, never recognizing that if he had just stopped and stepped into the shade, his shadow would disappear and the sound of the footsteps would cease. We live in a culture of fear. Terrorism, climate change, religious intolerance, even saving for retirement, all fuel our fears on a daily basis. Fear gets its power from its ability to make us run. Fear can lead to assumptions about the other that can be divisive. I know in my own life how many choices I have made based on fear of what others will think, fear that I'm not smart enough or capable enough, fear of loneliness, fear of uncertainty, fear that if I took away all of the status and striving, all that is ego, that there wouldn't be anything left. I still have all of these fears, but I'm slowly learning how to turn toward them, to name them, and to find shady spots to understand them. Learn to abide with fear, as uncomfortable as it is. Know it in your body. Turn into it. It is hard to be open to our fears, but if we want to be successful in spirit and in relationships, we might pay more attention to our most fundamental fears. Finally, the sustainability of success in our world may be contingent on shifting away from the ego-based competitive model that is focused on the achievement of individual goals. Rather than stepping on and over others to achieve our goals, we need to increasingly find ways to get in step with others in order to achieve shared goals of living in a community, a sustainable planet, and health in mind, body, and spirit. In a word, the key to these kinds of success is kindness. When we practice kindness, we move beyond our own desires and aspirations, and we open ourselves to a circle of belonging and care that includes giving and receiving. When we practice kindness, we move beyond our complacency for all that is troubling in our world. When we practice kindness, we sow the seeds for a much fuller kind of success that is less lonely and less fearful. Most importantly, it allows us to be active contributors to a communal standard of success that values generosity, compassion, and fairness. So again, congratulations on your success today. As you shape your goals for the next level of success in your life, pay attention to the things that matter in your life, including sex, and give them precious time and energy. Don't let your shadow chase you about, and do pay attention to your fears. And most importantly, practice kindness every day as a way to deepen success for both yourself and others.
Thank you, Dr. Daly, for reminding us of the importance or the meaning of success. And I'm sure none of the graduates will forget about that sex reference. So they remember one thing today. So scholars, this is now your moment. Will the graduating class please stand up? Please rise. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you these scholars who have fulfilled the statutory requirements laid down by the Senate of the University of Guelph that they may be admitted to their various and several degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me and in the University of Guelph, I hereby accept you for admission to your various and several degrees with all the rights, privileges, and obligations appertaining thereto.
Will members of the graduating class please be seated?
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the College of Arts that they may be admitted to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. And if I could ask you to hold your applause till the end of all of the doctoral students, we would appreciate it. Jill Gilbert. Karen Robertson. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the College of Biological Science that they may be admitted to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Zahir Ahmed. Kimberly Lynn Cullen. Daniel Charles Barry Jeffrey. Maxim Mistura. Amanda Madeleine Naum. Laura Alexandra New. Usha Prasanth Raithrath. Michael Zulinik. I forgot to mention that if you want to let out a yelp or a way to go guy, that's fine. Just please hold your applause to the end of the group. Sorry about the earlier ones. Go ahead and applaud now. Or go ahead and yell now. Okay. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the College of Physical and Engineering Science that they may be admitted to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Utkarsh Dang. Brian Franzak. Moshe Gadish. Moi Lee. Ian McKay. Rahim Mohammed Abdul. Andrew Skelton. Russell Kenneth William Spencer. Michael Sproviaro. Jeffrey Singh. Irene Verbeek. Wei Chang Wang. Shin Shin. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you, wait a minute, we've got to stop, we have to applaud. All those PhD students, congratulations. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the College of Social and Applied Human Sciences, that they may be admitted to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Amanda Rose Filer. Kent Scott Schroeder. Tara Sunshine Sportle. And also, let's applaud for these last doctoral students. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the College of Arts that they may be admitted to the degree of Master of Arts. Lamia Ayuhabi. Catherine Elizabeth Anderson. Rupan Chowdhury. Emily Kathleen E. Compton. Jocelyn Alyssa Greenwood. Lauren Elizabeth Kenny. Paul Matthew Lorette. Larissa Katrochaki. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the College of Biological Sciences that they may be admitted to the degree of Master of Science. William Albabish. Caitlin Marie Costello. Christopher Spencer Hayes. Catherine Ann Holland. Erin Elizabeth Mallon. Sarah C. Massey. John Mitchell McLean. Sean Christopher McWatt. Christina Victoria Mikluska. Jessica Pulchan. Kathleen Margaret Ruth Murphy. Andrew Mackenzie Rouse. Sarah Iris Salander. Emily Catherine Viss. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the College of Physical and Engineering Science, that they may be admitted to the degree of Master of Applied Science. Stefan Gopal. Luke Harris. David Andrew Huffnagel. Muhammad Ali Jahanvar. Robert Lytle. Gurvinder Mundi. Robert John Stutsley. Tao Tao. Paul Trudell. Oscar Valerio. Li Wei Wang. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the College of Physical and Engineering Science, that they may be admitted to the degree of Master of Engineering. Muath Alamer. Kelly Francis Ba. Wana Burlaku. Mohammed Hussein Hajian. Muhammad Shaeed Kumar. Nishat Nurin. Irina Vasilyevna Samoylenko. Heli Shu. Lin Chong. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the College of Physical and Engineering Sciences, that they may be admitted to the degree of Master of Science. Safia Attar. Christopher J.F. Cameron. Wukash Patrick Gramera. Ching Lu. Sylvia Mi Nguyen. Carolyn Victoria Ann Pugh. James Edward Stark. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the College of Social and Applied Human Sciences, that they may be admitted to the degree of Master of Arts. Rebecca Acton. Timothy David Afu. Joseph Fargiorgio. Devon Ann Gregory. Sophie Ann Maximowski. Kelsey Janet McFadgen. Caitlin Grace Morris. Joshua Thomas Arthur Mullins. Kimberly Stemshorn. Candace Janine Venna. Kaylee Wilson. Rita Wiwa. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the College of Social and Applied Human Science, that they may be admitted to the degree of Master of Science. Colleen Elizabeth Foos. Shaupan Kumar Roy. Please join me in congratulating all these Master's Scholars.
Well, that was a lot of names, so can you please join me in thanking Associate Dean Payne for doing all this research? Mr. Chancellor, I would ask you to confer the various and several degrees on the graduates listed in the program, but unable to be present at this ceremony.
By virtue of the authority vested in me and in the University of Guelph, I confer the various and several degrees in absentia on the graduates not present.
Mr. Chancellor, so, you did it. It's all done, it's all finished. You've got your piece of paper that says you have the degree. You made it across the stage without falling, and some of you even did the right thing in front of the box. And you'd be justified in thinking that you're good to go. But unfortunately for you, I stand between you and the rest of your lives. And I can go on for hours and hours. But I'm not going to. I have 3 things that I want to do. First of all, I want you to look back. Look back on this incredible journey that you have been on. Think of all of the things that you have done. Think of the things you've learned, the people you've met, the friends you've made. What would you say was the most fantastic thing that happened to you whilst you were here? What was the worst thing that happened? What was the stupidest thing that you did? You see, when I ask these questions, it's really cool from up here because shadows pass across your face and I get a sense of what's going on in your mind. So I say something fantastic and there's a huge smile that comes across your face. You frown about something that wasn't so good. And for some of you, when I say the stupid things, there's either a twinkle in your eye, or some of you are looking really sheepish because you think I've been creeping you on Facebook. So why do I say this? Why do I raise this? Well, it is because, sadly, a lot of what we do, we forget. And so the memories of events, good or bad, are really important. Although we on this stage would love you to remember every precious pearl that has ever been dropped before you, I suspect a lot of it has evaporated already. So what is it that you take away from here? What is it then that you will walk away from the University of Guelph with? Well, I hope it's much more than a parchment, much more than a set of notes or files, much more than the experience that you've had during your research. What I hope you take away is the fact that you have learned what it is to be part of a society, part of a group, or appropriately for the University of Guelph, part of a herd. A herd that cares about the world around you and cares about people. So that's the first thing that I wanted to say, and I bet you clever clogs are actually sitting there thinking, and the second one he's going to say is, I want you to look forward. Well, I'm not. I'm actually going to challenge you. I want to challenge you to be involved, to be engaged in the critical, social, political, and humanitarian issues that face this world. I want to challenge you to work tirelessly for tolerance and understanding. As that elite that Kerry talked about, you have a responsibility. You have a responsibility when you see intolerance or you see people failing to understand, to step back and not be angry, but to turn round and use the skills that you have learned here to stamp out injustice, to fight for those people who cannot, to speak for those people who have lost their voice, and above all, to care. Care for the people and this planet around us. Because it's only by caring that you will truly make a difference in this world. And we certainly need you. In a world that is riven with injustice, that is challenged by dogma and prejudice and disadvantage, our only hope is you. Do something. Do something. Some of you may choose to take on some of those incredibly daunting, world-devastating problems. And many of you may have the skills to do that. But I would suggest there's something much more powerful that every one of you could choose to do. From this day on, you could make the decision that for every day the rest of your lives, you will improve the life of somebody else. And if you think that's difficult, let me give you a very small example about how to do it. There is a really strange behavior that only humans among all animals do. And I don't know if you've ever noticed, But if you smile at somebody, no matter how miserable, angry, upset, depressed, fed up they are, if you smile and keep smiling at them, they cannot help, just like you're doing, they cannot help but smile back at you. It's a human characteristic. And in doing so, you change the atmosphere, and you change the mood, and you change their lives. Find ways to include people of all ages and stages, all genders and races, in everything that we do to make this a better planet. So, take that parchment, take the values and ideals that you have learned here, take the friendships, and get out of here. So look back, take up that challenge. And the third thing I want to do is I want to ask you a favor. I want to take a selfie of you because you represent the future. And for me, and for all of the people on this stage, it truly is a privilege to have had the opportunity to be part of that future. So just forgive me a moment, would you? Following Convocation, there will be a reception held in the atrium of the Science Complex, and I hope you'll take the opportunity to attend. Take lots of pictures. They are part of that cadre of mementos that you'll be able to call on in 10, 20, 50, or as we will have at Alumni Weekend in a couple of weekends' time, we will have people come back who are celebrating their 60th anniversary since they graduated. And you will be able to, like them, pull out those pictures and say, I haven't changed a bit. They're very important. Take lots of pictures, but please will you remember to return your gowns before you leave the university, either back to the tent here or in the Science Complex atrium. I hope that you've enjoyed the ceremony. I can speak for everybody on the stage who has had any part in your journey that it has been a pleasure and an honor for us to work with you. I celebrate and salute your successes, and I wish you every success in the future. Thank you.
Convocation is dismissed.
Yes, she wasn't going to make that, so I'll